स्वाध्याय टीवी डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Namaskar friends, I Dr. Himanshu Patel welcomes you from the Chaitanya studio of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University. We are on lecture series on mobile application development in Android. Today in last session we have learned radio button, radio group, checkbox and image button. We also see how to group radio buttons using radio group for creating mutually exclusive items. We can use checkboxes for creating list of item that we can display, and user can select more than one item from the list. We can display any image caption using image button. We also learn how to know whether particular radio button or checkbox is selected or not using is checked item. So, this is interface for the last session. Here we can select any one item from the highest qualification and multiple items from the hobbies, and whenever we user press submit button, we display selected qualification and hobbies inside toast message. We know that toast is a temporary message used to provide notification to user temporarily on the screen. In today's session, we learn one important control called spinner control. So, we write down two programs. First program is create spinner, which displays color name, and on selecting color we change background color of the our layout to the selected color. So, this is our first program. In second program we display list of persons in spinner, and by selecting person we will display its image in the image view. So, today we learn spinner, image view, how to take action when spinner item is selected, and we also make use of color constant which is available in color class. We also learn how to use image, color and string array. You can define array of string inside string.xml file inside resource folder. So, we also learn how to use resource folder and how to place image inside drawable folder, and how to create string array inside string.xml file. So, this is our learning outcome. Now, how this first program works, let us see in actual interface. You can see on the screen here this is called spinner control. Whenever user clicks on it, it will display list of items. Here we display list of colors red, green, blue, cyan, magenta, etc. Here these message is called prompt of the spinner, which is a select color to change background, and whenever user click on these red, the background color is changed to red. So, this kind of item displayed by spinner, and by selecting one of the item we can do appropriate action on the screen. So, this is spinner is also used to display multiple items, but it occupies less space. Suppose we are using radio button, then you have to create that much number of radio button, but in case of spinner you can display multiple items, and it also occupies less space on your interface area. So, spinner is a very useful control. You can fetch data to be displayed inside spinner from the array, or you can fetch it from the database, or you can create hard coded string array also. So, let us learn how to create this interface using spinner. So, here you can see this is a welcome screen of Android Studio. So, we start a new Android Studio project by clicking on first option. Here we display color. So our application name is color demo. So we type color demo here. Company name is default. Project location you can specify using project location. We press next button. Here we select Android API 8 or Android 2.2 Froyo version and then press next. We always select blank activity and press next. Here our activity is a color activity. So, color change activity you can give name to activity. Accordingly, layout name is activity underscore color underscore change, that is XML file, and its title is color change activity, and menu resource is created by default. So, we press finish to start this project. You can see on the screen that Android Studio is creating project with specific values. So, one activity file and one layout file is created with name activity underscore color underscore change dot XML and color change activity dot Java file. So, here is our default screen with one text view. So, I am just deleting this text view and dragging one plain text view on the screen, and by double clicking on this we can set text to select color to change background. So, this is label for our text view. You can set its weight to match parent by clicking on this button. Next we use a spinner control. So, we just dragging one spinner control below text view and by double clicking on it we can set its ID. So, we set ID to spinner 1. Now, we want to fill this spinner with names of color, and whenever user select this color we should change color of background. So, here we want to provide ID to our relative layout. So, we go to text mode and set its ID by writing element ID is equal to and @ plus ID slash relative layout 1. So, we have changed our relative layout ID to relative layout 1, which you can see inside component tree. We do not want to use this text view for programming. So, we have not provided any ID to text view, but we want to use spinner in program. So, we provide ID spinner 1. Now, next I create a array of string inside this resource folder. So, you can see inside resource folder there is a folder called values, and inside that there is a file called strings.xml. So, inside this string.xml there is a string resources are defined. So, by double clicking on it, it opens string.xml file. Here I want to declare one string array. So, I am writing string array and its name is color name. So, I give name color name. Now, every string array contains item which specifies our color name. So, I write down red, green, blue, etc. as a item inside string array. So, I am creating just different items. So, we create different colors name inside string array. We exclude black color because our text color is black. So, gray and white. So, these much number of items we have created inside color name. Now, we want to fetch these all colors item inside spinner. So, whenever user run this program, it should display that color names. So, here I declare one relative layout to set its background, and we declare one spinner control S, and here we take reference of these layout and spinner. So, our ID is relative layout 1 and spinner ID is spinner 1. So, here we take reference of spinner as well as relative layout. Next, we want to fill these spinner with color array. So, here I write down s dot set adapter. Set adapter method is used to fill spinner data. So, I write down set adapter, and inside these I create instance of new array adapter, and I want to fill string inside these. Now, these array adapter instance creates 3 arguments. First is a application context, second is a inbuilt layout for spinner, which is specified by android.r.layout, and these are two different views available for spinner. First view is a drop down view that we seen recently, and another is a simple spinner item in which it is not shown as a drop down list, but as a pop up menu. So, first we use these layout. So, simple spinner drop down items I select, and last is the array that we want to fill using. So, we have to declare, we have to fetch this array from resources. So, there is a method called get resources, inside that get string array, and inside that we have to specify our ID. So, it is inside array with name color name. So, these method set adapter is used to fill or fetch data inside spinner. So, we create instance of new array adapter to fetch string, and it takes 3 argument. First is a context, another is a layout for our spinner, and last is where to fetch array. You can write down hard coded array reference here, but we want to fetch these array from resources. So, I write down get resources dot get string array and the name of our array is color name that we write down inside strings.xml file. So, now if I run this program, a spinner is displayed with all the color that I write down inside this string array color name. Now, whenever user select items from spinner, we want to change the background color of relative layout. So, here I declare one integer array called colors. Inside these I specify color constant color dot red. Now, one thing you have to remember is you have to write down these color constant as per these item list. For example, first I declare red, then green, then blue, then cyan and so on. So, accordingly you have to define color constants. So, red, then green, then blue, then cyan, then magenta, then yellow, then gray, then white. So, you have to declare that much number of colors array. Now, these red maps to first item in the string array, these green maps to the second item in the color array, name array and so on. So, accordingly you have to define these constants which is available inside color class, and these color dot red represent red color and color dot green represents integer value for green color. Now, we implement how to handle selected item from the list. So, I write down s dot set on item selected listener. So, here we write down on item selected listener. Now, it defines two methods. One is on item selected, which fires when user select item from the spinner, and suppose you press escape or cancel the pop-up menu, then this nothing selected. Suppose I do not select anything from the list, then this method is fired, and suppose I selected one of the item, then this method is fired. So, we write down inside on item selected. Now, it has a 3 argument: parent, view, position and id. We have important argument is third argument, which represent position. Which item in spinner or at which position item is clicked by the user. So, suppose first position is clicked, then we have to set red color. So, we use these array to set red color if red is selected. So, accordingly we write down code. So, here I write down relative layout dot set background color. So, inside background color it takes integer argument. Now, I write down colors and position. Now, understand what will do these method. It sets background color to argument specified. Now, our argument is color at position where user clicks in list. So, these color represent same color which is available in spinner. So, these method will set exact color specified by user in the list at particular position. So, these just one line code will do entire mapping process between color names and color constant. So, we save this file and next we run this file. So, here I am pressing run button to check whether it is working okay or not. So, here one emulator is already running. So, it will try to launch our application inside this running emulator, and you can see different messages inside this window. So, it is asking whether you want to launch your application inside running emulator. So, we select running emulator, press use same device for future launches and then press OK. So, it will launch this application inside running emulator. Once it is done, we can see our interface. So, here you can see first color is red color and by default it is a selected. So, relative layout color is changed to red. Now, suppose I select blue, then my background color is changed to blue. So, here what happens is, when I select first second item, for example green, its position is, this is red is 0, green is 1, blue is 2, cyan is 3. So, in position argument we will get 1, and here in code you can see that here it takes color from respective position. So, suppose 1 is in position, then color green is selected, 2 is in position, then color blue is selected. So, that is why these integer colors must be in same order which is provided in colors name. So, now let us try another view for this spinner. So, here blue is specified. Now, you can see there is no prompt available in these. So, we again set prompt property for this spinner also. So, inside string.xml I declare one string variable. So, its name is a title or prompt and its value is specified between string and /string. So, I write down select color. So, my prompt is select background color. Now, next we want to specify these prompt for spinner. So, I go to this activity file, select spinner, and here in prompt property we specify our string. Inside string there is a title or a prompt. So, here I select prompt, OK. So, and we also change these layout to drop down list to simple. So, next we select different layout for spinner. So, I select simple spinner item. So, we made two changes. One, we added prompt for these pop up, and second we change our layout for these spinner also. We save this file and again run this application. You can see style for the spinner is changed, prompt is added, and now it is shown as a simple spinner items, and by selecting on particular item you can change layout color. So, this session we have learned how to display multiple items inside spinner control and how to perform action when particular item is selected using on item selected listener, and how to use color constant and how to use different styles for spinner. We also learn how to fill data inside spinner from string resources. Now, we have recently seen how to use spinner control in your interface. Next, we want to write down program which displays a person name in spinner list, and once person name is selected from the spinner, we want to display his or her image inside image view. So, in this example, we will fetch data of person name from resource folder and we will display images from drawable folder in image view accordingly. So, let us start. So, in these drawable folder, all the person's photo should be available, and remember all these photos name or file name must be in lowercase. So, I just copy these photographs inside drawable folder. So, I just paste. So, it will ask whether you want to copy these specified files to drawable folder. I press OK. So, here you can see there is a person's name is in lowercase. So, we have images available. Next, we want to create array of person name inside these string.xml file. So, likewise color name I declare one string array, and string array name is persons, and inside these item I write down name of persons. So, for example, first name is Dr. Ravi Gaur, another is Dr. Hiren Joshi, so whatever names that you want to display in spinner should be write down here. So, here write down certain names, and these persons image is available inside this drawable folder with name. So, now we are ready to add new activity inside these application. So, inside these package you have to right click and define new activity, which is a blank activity. So, our activity is person activity, person image activity, and then we press finish. So, it creates two files, one Java file and one XML file that represents activity and our interface respectively. So, I change these text view text to select person name, and then I put one spinner control to display list of persons, and below that I declare one image view. So, our interface is ready. Now, we define name for this spinner as a spinner 1, ID is spinner 1, and these image view ID is image view 1. Now, our interface is ready. First is a text view, another is a spinner which displays person's name, and whenever these person's names are selected, we display it his or her image below these image view. So, inside these activity file, we declare spinner S, and we declare image view to display person's image IV, and we take reference of spinner and image view inside these represented by spinner 1 and image view 1. Now, we want to handle item selected event. So, inside S we define S dot set on item selected listener, and we define code inside on item selected method. But before that, we want to take references for images in order specified in person's name. So, here I declare one integer array with image ID, and value for these should be r dot drawable dot. Now, first name is Ravi Gaur. So, I select Ravi Gaur. Then next name is Hiren Joshi. So, I take second image reference. Then accordingly we take all other IDs in order same as a person name. So, here we take ID in order of least specified in these array. These order must be followed in these integer array defined inside activity file, so that we can achieve one-to-one mapping for these image view. Now, we know that in position argument we get position of the person. So, inside image view we will fetch image ID from these array. So, here we write down iv dot set background resource. So, these background resource will fetch ID of image from drawable folder, and it is available in image ID at specified position. So, this single line of code will fetch image ID from this image ID array which is selected in spinner, and remember these image IDs are matching with name. So, we will always get proper person's image. So, our code is completed. We save this file. You can also specify prompt inside these for our spinner. So, I declare one string with person prompt, because we already defined one prompt. So, here I write down select person name, and inside these spinner prompt we specify prompt string. So, person prompt is a prompt for this spinner. So, we select this file. Next, we write down code to fetch actual name inside spinner. So, we use method set adapter, and inside these we create instance of array adapter, and it takes 3 arguments. First is application context, second is layout for our spinner, layout dot spinner drop down item or simple spinner item, you can use anything, and last is a name of array. So, here we use get resources because we want to fetch array from resources, get resources dot get string array and its ID is r dot array dot persons. So, now our code is completed. First we take reference of spinner and image view, then we fill adapter for spinner from these array defined inside resource with ID, persons, and then we implement on item selected listener for spinner. Inside that we write down that whenever particular person name is selected, its ID matching its position should be displayed in image view. So, now we can run these application. So, we go to this project menu and run these activity 2, which is a person image activity. So, I right click on it and select run person image activity. So, I clicking on this will launch our person image activity inside emulator. Here it shows error that text view must have ID. So, I give ID text view 1 and spinner, these lines should be deleted because we already provided ID. Again we run this program and we will see any error message inside this message window. So, it will asking whether you want to launch inside running emulator. So, I select use same device for future launches and press OK. So, here you can see that first name and its image is displayed. Whenever I click on these, it will display prompt and list of names, and whenever I click on particular person, it will display its image which is available in our drawable folder. So, these will display image in image viewer which is available in image ID. So, here I am displaying different persons image from the by selecting from the list. So, here you can see that we can fetch image from resources. So, in this example we have learned how to use image view, how to set image in image view from resource folder which is drawable, and all the images required in drawable folder in small case, which means your file name should be in small case only. It should not start with digit because it creates ID for your image inside a reference file. So, in this lesson we learn how to use spinner to display list of persons, and these persons names are fetched from the string resource file in form of string array. So, today we use spinner for displaying person's image from by selecting its name, and we also in previous example learn how to change background color by selecting color from spinner. So, I hope you enjoy this session and happy learning.
स्वाध्यायः परमं तपः।
स्वाध्याय टीवी